Let's see. Here he comes.
Hey everyone.
Dr. Ferdinand, we are so happy to see you. Welcome to our Instagram Live. Thank you for joining us. We are really excited to have you here. And honestly, just the Eastern region we are so thrilled. Number one, to have you in our region now. Welcome to the Eastern region.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. And we're really thrilled for you and for your choir and for what we're going to hear from you at the national conference. So thank you so much for engaging with us and just for taking the time to be with us tonight.
You're so welcome. Very welcome.
So there might be a lot of us in the region and around. I see lots of people joining in from other parts of the country, of course. But for those of us who might not know you, especially here in the Eastern region, can you please tell us a little bit about yourself and how you, Jason Max Ferdinand, came to be a choral musician?
Oh wow. So I'll try to do the cliff note version of that. I was born and raised in the Twin Island Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and for a long time was pursuing the science track to go to medical school. So my subjects of specialty were biology, chemistry, and physics. But all along I was doing music, and there came a pivotal moment when I decided that I was having no fun doing sciences, but my passion was really in music. So long story short, I had to tell my parents that because in the Caribbean, no one, saying you want to be a classical musician was not a thing. So that's when I came to the United
Thank you.
States to finish my music degree in piano performance and realized that not only I had a passion, but I had the skills to do it, and decided to, go all out. So that's how I kind of devoted my life to music. And what you would say would be your sophomore yearish of college. I came from the British system, so it was a little different, but
Right.
was doing music all along. Yeah.
Okay, great. Can you tell us about your choir? Now you have multiple choirs.
Yeah.
We all know that you are the director of choral activities at the University of Maryland,
Yeah, go
but we're
Terps.
talking. Yes, we're talking tonight mostly, and we're gonna be seeing you, in action with the Jason Max Ferdinand Singers.
Yeah.
So if you could talk to us a little bit about your choir and what makes your choir unique and just kind of what you would like us to know about this choir, this community of people.
Yeah, so the ensemble that will appear at the ACDA is a pretty nascent, a pretty new group. I think we just crossed maybe a year and a half, something like that. And it was at the prodding, the nudging of Voces 8 that that project got started. And from deciding to do it to actually coming together for that first recording was like a 6 week process, and really call up some of my former students from Oakwood University, some of my friends that I went to Morgan State University with, and some other people that I had never met before, but just knew them through association. I saw them on social media, and we become a tight knit family already, and it's been a lot of fun. It's been like building a plane and flying it all at the same time. So that's been pretty interesting. But so that's the group that focal here at national conference in about, oh yeah, is it 14, 15, 16 days? I forget. 2 weeks, something like that.
It's
And
2 weeks away. We are
yeah,
so close. We are so close
yeah, yeah,
to singing all of each other, all of us in
exactly,
Cincinnati. It's going to be great. Yeah.
exactly, yeah,
And for those of you who didn't catch it, Jason and the Jason Max Ferdinand Singers were on Saturday Night Live a couple of nights ago with Jacob
yeah.
Collier and Coldplay, and it was amazing. And that video is being shared all around choir
Yeah.
world as we speak. So congratulations on that. That's
Thank you
a
so much. That
really
was
incredible event.
Yeah, that was fun stuff. Fun stuff. And
Yeah.
we still can't believe it happened. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting story, but I'm so grateful, so humble, and tons of fun.
That's so great. So we're all dying to know what are some of the things that we are going to be hearing from your choir? What's the repertoire that you're bringing us in Cincinnati? Is it a big secret? Can we
Yeah,
know
well,
some things?
well, It's funny. I was combing through. Is this a? I think this is the one that has all the programs and stuff.
Mhm.
And I noticed our thing said to be announced or something. I forget what it said. Which might be a good thing, I guess. We have quite a few surprises. But be prepared to go on a very diverse journey. I think it has a little bit of everything on that program, and hopefully it'll all come together and make sense, and that everyone will have something on there that they can relate to and enjoy, and leave inspired and maybe even prodded, But maybe I should just leave it there, have everyone in suspense. I think I'm gonna just do that.
Okay,
Let's
I'm
let's.
I'm ready for that. We're good with that. Absolutely. So
Oh
I'm
man.
curious, what's your very first ACDA memory? Like, what was your first exposure
Oh
to the
yeah.
ACDA?
Oh, I mean, I remember that very vividly. The first time I
Okay.
went to ACDA, whether it was national or regional, it was 2003 February, the one that was in New York City.
Okay.
It was a very conference when Moses Hogan passed in the
Oh,
midst of that week. Um, and one of my vivid memories is going to my first concert block and singing Sergeants was on. They won that program, and they opened up with the John Rutter blow up the trumpet. What's that song called? Choral Fanfare. Choral Fanfare.
okay.
And I remember that's burned into my brain. That's the first time I heard Joe Michael Scheibe and the University of Miami, and
Okay.
hearing his choirs. Yes, I mean that was my first memory. And I knew no one then. I was running around New York. I was so green. I didn't realize they were like conference shuttle buses. I was taking cabs to everything I had to
Oh
go to. It was pretty
no.
fun. I mean, I was just like so happy to be there and really didn't realize what's going on. So that was my first ACDA, conference memory.
Yeah. Oh, that's so great.
Hmm.
Yeah, everybody in Cincinnati, take the shuttles, right? Take the shuttles. Oh my gosh. Um, so in relation to ACDA again, of course, how do you feel that your connection to the organization has helped or really like affected just your growth, your career, your connections to people? How has it affected you over time?
Ooh, that's a great question. Well, I always encourage people to join students, and I like to join ACDA, and this is one of the big factors. The journals that come out every month are golden. I mean, you can
Yeah.
learn so much with the craft. You learn so much. We all know what's in there. ACDA has been
Mhm.
great too in terms of networking and building relationship with mentors
Right.
and fellow colleagues and publishers and tour management companies. That so
Sure.
it's a great networking tool. And really, you want to be inspired when you hang around people who are doing what you do. Um,
Exactly.
and go into the regionals and especially the nationals. Just apart from seeing the concerts, just seeing people and rubbing shoulders with those who are in the trenches is always very inspiring. I
Yeah.
don't know about everyone else. I always leave like, man, I need to do better at this. Man, that was a great set. So just staying connected,
Sure.
I think, is crucially important, especially after the pandemic. It becomes even more important now, I think.
Yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
Hmm. Yeah.
So, is there a concert session or, a
Hmm.
presentation that you're like really looking forward to in Cincinnati?
Uh,
Something that
y-
you're,
y- I need to go read this in more detail, but on the
yes, you
con on
do.
yeah, on the concert side, I know I want to go check out Jonathan Talberg uh,
Okay.
and Long Beach Choir. We have a special relationship with Jonathan. His choir won Choir of the World in 2016, and my choir
Mm-hmm.
won the same thing in 2017. So we have a connection there. I'm excited
Okay.
to go, of course, to my dear friend Bruce Rogers and Mount San Antonio Concert Choir. That's another Wales connection. He won that competition back in '07. I won it 10 years later, and he was a judge. So we become
Okay.
brothers because of that. And the
That's great.
sessions are so many great sessions. I haven't decided who I'm going to see it because of our schedule will be kind of busy and it kind of crosses, rehearsals and
Right.
sound checks. So I'll figure that out. But for everyone else watching, please avail yourself to the schedule because there's so many great things happening, and go support colleagues who you know and who you don't know, and
Absolutely.
try to learn something. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And download the app. Download that conference
Yeah.
app, and the
Yeah.
schedule is in there, and it's glorious. It is
Yeah.
absolutely glorious. Oh,
Yeah.
that's so great. So, this is a little bit of a what we've been calling in our conference conversations. We've had this series of conversations from conductors from the Eastern region who are directing their performing choirs, but then also the insight choirs.
Mm.
We've been having these conference conversations, and you can see them all over our social media and on our
Yeah.
YouTube page as well. And so, our R&R chair for high school, his name is Will Gunn, and he's from New Hampshire. He made up this lightning round that everyone has to answer. So, Jason,
Oh
are you
boy.
ready? You ready for
Ready
your
or not?
lightning round?
Yeah. Yeah. Ready or
here,
not?
here we go. Okay. What is your favorite piece that you have programmed this year? And it can be for anybody, any of your choirs.
Yeah. Yeah. Ooh, that's a good one.
Hmm.
I think I'm gonna have to go with one of my favorite composers, who will actually be at the national conference,
Okay.
James Mulholland. If you don't know that name and his music, please go research it and don't impoverish yourself. I mean, his music is just spectacular. So his setting of Keramus, the text is so astonishing, and it really kind of just talks about a journey of life. What is bud will soon be leaf, and all these imageries are in the text. And that last line that says, "All that inhabit this great earth are kindred and aligned by birth," which I think is a
Mm.
powerful line. And his musical language, his musical pen is just so powerful. And I think I've taught that to all my choirs this year. My chamber singers at Maryland, my pro group. So I really embody that piece, and I'm glad that James was going to be there so he could hear it. So that has to be one of my
Absolutely.
favorite pieces this year. Yeah.
I love that. What is a piece that you've programmed recently that like you cannot wait to program again?
Oh,
And it can't be
ex-
Mulholland.
another excellent question. Another That's a great question. This I'm laughing at myself for saying this. The kids in Maryland will probably get a good kick out of this. But my introduction to Maryland, we had to tackle the Bernstein Kaddish Symphony in the first 5.5 weeks of school,
Hmm.
and deliver it to the Baltimore Symphony. And at first, everyone who was close to me was like, "What is this?"
Right.
But honestly, as we went on, I really started really liking it. It's a very difficult piece, really dense circumstances. Talking about the Holocaust, and the narration is just so riveting. But I really, if life and opportunity would allow, I'd probably like to do that piece again at some juncture. It was just really moving, really, really moving. And it was one of those things we felt satisfied when we conquered it. Because at first we were like, I didn't say this to the students, but I was like, this is no way we can learn this. It's too hard. But we
Right.
did. So I'll love to get that challenge again and to do it all over again.
Okay. All right. Next question. What is your favorite state in the Eastern region? Be
Oh well,
careful.
yeah, I mean, so that I could continue to live in safety and in peace, it has to be Maryland, right?
It has to be Maryland. Yes. Shout
Maryland.
out
No,
to the Maryland DC chapter, right?
yeah, I love Maryland. I love Maryland. This is the place to be.
I love it.
So that's the easy one.
Easy one. Good answer.
Good
I like
answer.
it. So, who is a conductor or a composer that you would love to work with that you haven't yet?
Ooh, you have all the great questions tonight. It
Yes.
has to be a choral conductor or any conductor,
No.
anywhere in the world.
Any
Okay, okay.
conductor, any composer.
Yeah. I love to work with Dudamel.
Maybe to work
Um,
with your choir.
yeah, I would say Dudamel, just because I just like the energy he brings and
Mm-hmm.
the way in which he makes music.
Okay.
Um, Composer, I think I've kind of had interactions with this name, but not worked with him directly. That'll be Joel Thompson. For sure, I mean, we all know Joel. The Cage Bird sings and
Mhm.
doing some great work. And Joel, as I've learned Joel over the years, he's a very deep thinker. So he's just not writing for writing's sake. It comes from a very thoughtful place. And I just love what he produces. So I love to collaborate with Joel at some point. And we've talked about it, it just hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
Hmm.
Do you have a bucket list, like a choir bucket list?
A
Moment
choir
or
bucket list.
piece? Yeah, the bucket list, like something that you really want to experience or accomplish, or,
Hmm.
so for example, one of our conversation participants said they really want to conduct an all-state choir someday. Someone
Hmm.
mentioned an actual piece that they have this dream of conducting this piece with big choir and children's choir and orchestra. They had very
Interesting.
specific pieces or moments or places that they really wanted to work or experience choral music inside of.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Yeah. I don't know. My answer to that might be a little different, I think.
Okay.
I, what works for me is I just try to immerse myself in what's happening in the now and just hope that it prepares me for what's coming.
Hmm.
So I'm not sure I have like these long term. I just want to do this or do that. I'm just trying to stay in the moment and try to do the best of what I can do right now. And in my life, my journey has just kind of been the case where I could see, oh wow, that's why that happened 5 years ago. Okay, that's why I had to do this, and I just kind of inch
Sure.
forward and take it in stride. But I really honestly can't say, well, man, I just need to do that next, and
Yeah.
and I don't mean that in any kind of way at all. That's just the way I choose to
No, it's all
approach
right.
things, and just really humble at the opportunities that have come my way, and
Yeah.
just thankful for what I've gone through because everything just prepared me for things that like a Saturday Night Live thing. I mean, that's just a great example of where I think choral music should maybe going. I mean, we can't just stay in our concert halls anymore. There's like a lot of
Right.
cross breeding and cross fertilization that will happen. And Coldplay
Right.
is, Coldplay is Coldplay, Jacob is Jacob, and then here we are. But
Hmm.
it can all work together, right? And
Absolutely.
you have to have a certain mindset one and a certain skill set to kind of make it all work. And
Hmm.
so I'm just living in the moment and trying to make the best of the things on my table right now.
I love it. Fabulous answer.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Hmm.
Okay, this is our last question of the
Uh-oh.
lightning round.
I sense it's
Okay,
going to be
it
a hard
might
one.
be a little controversial, so
Okay.
prepare. Okay, we all need to know:
Yeah.
are you do based or law based minor?
Yeah. Well, that for me, that's an easy answer, but might sound complicated. It depends. It
Mm,
depends. I mean, I don't want to get too deep right now, but if anyone knows anything about like equal temperament or the different systems of tuning, depending on the song and depending on how the piece is written, I may choose to go back and forth because I may need
mhm.
certain intervals to be sung a few cents higher in this key, but a few cents lower in something else. So it depends. So I don't have a preferential one. It just depends on what the music is calling.
So we're gonna say both, right?
You're gonna say both. And
We're
Jacob
gonna say both.
Collier,
We're gonna say both.
Jacob, yeah, both Jacob Collier and like a Blake Morgan. We talk about that kind of stuff all the time.
Right.
Tuning and the best systems to use and for what pieces. So it depends.
Yeah.
Depends.
People in the chat are saying both. Some people are saying ah. They're getting really excited in the chat about this question.
Yeah, it depends. It
Clearly.
depends. And you could choose the wrong one. And to the normal ear, it wouldn't be a big deal, but um, it's really exciting when you get your ear to a certain point and you could hear the differences in the tuning and what system probably should have been employed and what wasn't. It's like, that's just a little low. But it's the same B flat, but it's low.
Right,
So yeah,
right.
it just depends. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Oh my gosh. Dr. Ferdinand, thank you for your time. We're so
Oh, no problem
grateful
at
for
all.
you to you for jumping on our Instagram live for the region. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
No
We are
problem.
just we're so grateful to have you as a part of our region now. We're so excited to hear your choir in Cincinnati, and we just can't wait to see you there.
Can't wait to see everyone there, and I think it's going to be a blast. So everyone be
It's going to
safe
be a
and
blast.
see you all then. It'll be great.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Take
Stay
care.
safe. We'll see you in Cincinnati. Thank you, Jason.
Awesome. Bye. No
Okay.
problem. Take care.
Bye.